Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another live stream. I hope everyone's having a fantastic afternoon. Just checking up on everything going on with the news and some related stuff going on. There is a lot of topics we're going to be talking about today. A lot of stuff is going down in Massachusetts. A lot of stuff, but we're going to wait for some people to join in here and then we're going to get into the topics. Because we do have some very interesting things to discuss. Welcome in. We got one person in here already. When you guys join in, let me know where you're coming from, what city, what state. I love to hear it, guys. Let's see if we can get anyone in here today from Massachusetts. If we can get some good people in here from Massachusetts and get their opinions on what's going on, that would be fantastic. We got one other person watching now. We're up to 2 viewers, guys. Has anyone heard any news? I'm sure a lot of people have heard the news, what's going on in Massachusetts. There's a lot of interesting stuff as far as the abortion laws. Hey, what's up, Chris? Chris J. Green, how you doing, brother? Have you heard about what's going on in Massachusetts? It might be turning to the new Dearborn, Michigan soon. Ooh, hi from Minnesota. That's interesting. What do you think about the Somali Godfather? You like the Somali Godfather? Are you in favor of the Somali Godfather of Minnesota, or how do you feel? Minnesota's another place that's gone to kind of crap, honestly, in the last couple years or so. Hey, that's okay. I'm here to tell y'all some of the news. Once we get a little bit more people in here, there's been updates on certain laws, and they're trying to pull certain organizations together for the Muslims over there in Massachusetts. And they're going to be doing a lot of interesting stuff. That's the least I can say. But did anyone see the Nick Mattel debate yesterday? The Nick Mattel debate was very interesting. He debated this guy that's been begging to debate me. Begging. This dude has been begging. He said, please debate me on Epstein, please. And all he does is get emotional and cry, and we can't really have any serious debates or discussions. These cringy leftists are way too much. I don't know if I believe that, but maybe not, Big Z, Big KZ. Maybe not. That's an interesting idea. Not going to say I oppose it or I agree or I disagree. Hey, what's up, Tom? How are you doing? There's a lot of news that might wake you up, if you haven't heard what's going on in Massachusetts. I talked to a couple people and it gets a lot worse than just the news I shared in the Discord last night, if anyone was paying attention to it. Oh, here we go. The crybabies are starting to come in. Welcome. Good afternoon, Democrat crybabies. How's everyone doing out there? Thank you for coming into the chats. Thank you for complaining. I appreciate it. But get those likes up. Let me know where you guys are coming from. Do we have anyone from Massachusetts this afternoon? Do we have anyone from Massachusetts this afternoon, guys? Ooh, more Democrat crybabies are starting to come into the chats. Really appreciate y'all stopping by and coming through. You're not going to want to miss this live stream because there's a lot of important news information that not a lot of people are talking about. But drop me a like. Let me know where you guys are coming from. I'm all with you, brother. Totally American. I'm all with you, brother. I like that name. But let me know where everyone's coming from. Let's start off with some introductions. What cities, what states, where are you guys coming from today? What's up, everybody? What's up? Welcome into the chats. Trump has worked harder than anyone watching this. I guarantee you that. Trump has worked harder than every single last one of you, including myself. You don't pull yourself out of a $1 billion bankruptcy by sitting around and doing nothing. We got some Brazilian people coming in here, Texas, Florida. I know we got California watching. I have family in Mass. What do we need to know? Well, I'll just give you a little sneak peek on what's going to be going on. There's a Dearborn, Michigan kind of circumstance going on in Massachusetts. Dearborn, Michigan, Massachusetts 2.0. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. It gets a lot worse. But I want to wait until we're maybe 10 minutes into the show to really go over the full details of what's going on. But what I can tell you is the Islamists are taking over. They are, like I warned you guys before, the word Islamophobia was created and it's perpetrated by, the Muslim Brotherhood and the radical Islamists all over the world. Gas prices are not too bad, but what I can agree on, I had a long conversation with someone last night. What I can agree on, gas price is not really a problem. Some grocery prices are not so bad, but prices have not really substantially gone down all that too much. Some areas they have gone down more than others, but I'm not blaming this on Trump at all. Trump, there's not really too much a president can do. Once the grocery prices are high, there's not really any going back. It's very, very difficult to reverse the inflation of the Biden administration. We're not going to see, steak prices and food prices go down anytime soon. And if you guys have any ideas about how we could lower food prices, I'm all up here to listen and hear you guys. But as far as the economy's doing fantastic. It's strong. Inflation is low. Trump is doing a fantastic job in that department. But I still do think maybe there's some, he should stop ignoring the food issue. He should stop ignoring the food prices. Now the food prices have gone down in some areas. I'm not going to deny that at all. But overall, they have to go down a lot more. Otherwise, we're going to see more and more people pushing for city-owned grocery stores and socialism. If we really want this generation to stop complaining about socialism, then I think we need to start with the food prices. We need to make some of the food prices start to go down a little bit. And as far as my ideas on how to make those food prices go down, the only thing I can say is we can, hey, what's up, GGB? The only thing I can say, we should stop charging, like every single time a farmer grows a crop, he can't clone the plant. He can't take the seeds of the plant. He can't take the seeds of the vegetables and replant them. Because every single seed and every single genetic has a copyright. Every single seed and every single genetic has a copyright. Now, is this like causing the price gouging? No, it's about 7 to 10% of your fruits and vegetables cost is spent on seeds and spent on that kind of stuff. And it could be even less in some circumstances. It's only about 1% of the price. So I don't know what to say. I don't know what we should do about that. Those are some ideas that we should be talking about, discussing about. I'm not going to blame it on Trump, though. Like I said, at the end of the day, food prices I don't see coming down. Have food prices came down at all in the last 40 years? No. They've continued to go up and up and up under every single president. Trump, Biden, Obama, Bush, Clinton, every single president. Every single president. But also what Biden did hurt the economy a lot. 25% of all the dollars printed were printed under Joe Biden. So that led to a lot of inflation. The Inflation Reduction Act, all it did was print more money, which hurts the economy, which adds to the national debt. But get those likes up, guys. Get those likes up. All right, we got a pretty penny of people in here, so we'll just start talking about what we want to talk about now. This is really disgusting, and maybe we'll get 55, whatever you want to call her. Maybe we'll get her on tonight, and we'll talk about the abortion issue. Because in Massachusetts, they just legalized abortion up until birth. That means you can have an abortion on your baby 1 day before it's born. If that is not satanic and demonic, I don't know what is. If that's not satanic and that's not demonic, I don't know what is. Abortion up until 1 day before it's born? 1 day before it's born. Are we kidding right now? Are we kidding right now? Abortion up until 1 day, even an hour before the baby is about to be born, you can abort it in Massachusetts? Oh, that is disgusting. That is truly disgusting. People, like the Democrats said, they wouldn't do that. And Lena said kids were being to find out Connecticut's children's hospital was transgender and children was sick liberals. Yeah, I agree. That's a lot of sick liberals out there. Now, how many people out there do we have even one single person in chat that agrees abortion should be an option right before the baby's born? We're talking about 1 hour before the baby was born. Is that acceptable? Yes or no? Let me know in the chats. Even people that like abortion, even people that accept abortion or not pro-choice, even pro-choice people do not want abortion right before up to the birth of the child. That is disgusting. Who in the right mind did that? Massachusetts removed every single abortion restriction, meaning now you can literally have an abortion 1 hour before you give birth. That is truly sickening. That is disgusting. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. We're going to continue to talk about this whole abortion thing, but Massachusetts also is trying to pass a bill in Senate which is going to make it's going to basically make a council of kind of Islamists. It's going to put together a council of Islamists. I believe it's about 12 Muslims, and they're going to be labeling people in the community in Massachusetts with, they're going to be trying to label them with crimes. They're going to try to be incriminating anti-Islamic people. Even the Council of American Muslim Affairs, which was labeled as a terrorist organization in the state of Florida, even these people are supporting this new council that's being put together in Massachusetts. So if you speak badly about Muslims, they're going to have a government council of 12 Islamists. They're going to target you politically. They're going to try to imprison you. They're going to try to silence you. Now, this is exactly the type of behavior I have been warning about. The word Islamophobia is a buzzword. Where's the Jew phobia? Where's the Christian phobia? These words are not recognized in the dictionary whatsoever. But let's rewind a little bit. Let's go back to Massachusetts for a second. Massachusetts Governor, however you say her name, Maura Halil, signed a sweeping law August 10th, 2026, removing strict gestational limits on abortion after 24 weeks. That is disgusting and that is disturbing. I don't care if you're Democrat, leftist, pro-choice. If you don't think this is disgusting and immoral, you have a serious mental problem. The next thing the Democrats are going to be telling us is we can do abortions after birth. They might as well just start talking about that because that's the ways we're going to be going. That's the way we're going to be going. These Democrats are probably going to legalize euthanization of anyone who wants it in America. I could see that coming to America very, very soon, just like it came to Canada. Because they passed that Euthanization Act in Canada where anyone that wants to get euthanized, they can go and get euthanized if they have mental problems. Whatever they want, they can go get euthanized, and the Canadian government will take your organs and your blood and use it for whatever they want to. Your family can't even get their son or daughter's body back. Because if they go through with this euthanization, all the organs, all the blood now belongs to the government. All right? These people are sick. These people are really, really sick. We got Muslims and we got some radical Islamists in Dearborn, Michigan. We got an imam. If anyone out there doesn't know what an imam is like a pastor in Christians. For Jews, it's like a rabbi. Basically, he's a religious leader. He's a religious leader of a mosque in Dearborn, Michigan. And this man is saying, unalive all the infidels and all the pro-America people pretty much. Now, these imams are truly disgusting and despicable. Now, you will not see any of these creators, any of these political people, or these content creators supporting these imams. But these imams actively support people like Abdul al-Said. This individual, this community is the community voting for Abdul Muhammad al-Hussein, or whatever his name is. But get those likes up, guys. Get those likes up. If you have any questions, comments, you want to show some love, you can drop some super chats. But all I can say is this is really, really disturbing and disgusting what's going on in America right now. Even with Donald Trump in office, the leftists, the savage, disgusting, cringe leftists keep pushing and pushing and pushing and more for the degradation and the destruction of our society. It's horrible. What can we say? All we can do is point fingers and say that this is wrong, this is disgusting, and we're not gonna stand for this. We're not gonna stand for this kind of activity. Christianity, Christians, we ended slavery. Islamists, they had the longest ongoing slave trade in history. And I am so tired of these radical leftists saying that, oh, not all Muslims believe everything in the Quran. Okay, then why do they call themselves Muslims? They believe and read what's in the Quran. All right, they have to stand by the values, and most of them do support it. Especially a major population of Muslims are very quote-unquote orthodox. But get those likes up, guys. Get those likes up. Thank you for those gifts. Okay, here we go. I'll read this. Listen, Chris Green, I'm not going to say I'm mad at every single person using MAID, but I'm still mad about it, all right? When it's my time to go, I ain't going to cop out with a MAID or an assisted unaliving program. If someone wants to take me out, if an illness wants to take me out, I'm going to have to go out fighting. I ain't going out any other way. I don't care how much pain I am in. I'm not going to just give up and surrender. But that's my personal opinion. Everyone has their right to have their own opinion. And I got nothing against, that's just my religious beliefs, honestly. My aunt got her MAID here in Canada last month. She had terminal cancer. I was never a supporter until I seen what she was going through. I'm sorry about your aunt, man. God bless her. Rest in peace. But at the end of the day, I'm going to have to stick behind my moral principles. We already have that in the U.S. We have something similar to it. But the way that MAID runs, in Canada is very, very, sketchy. Let's be honest. How many young people have taken their lives through these MAID programs with no illness, no sickness, nothing like that? That's what my concern is. I think that kind of behavior is disgusting. 90% of liberals support abortion with no restrictions. 21% of conservatives are pro-choice, but with restrictions. 79% of conservatives like me call it what it is, murder. But get those likes up, guys. Get those likes up. This is just really disgusting activity. You can literally see a bear, a cat, any of these types of animals will fight to the death before they allow another animal to kill its baby, rather it's pregnant or rather it's, already given birth. These animals will fight to the death to save the lives of their children. But we have human beings out here just willy-nilly taking their own babies' lives, and they don't give a damn about any of that. I mean, let's be honest here. I'm so sick and tired of people saying, what about grape? What about grape? What about when the mother's going to die from giving birth? Brother, you're talking about like 5% of the abortions. I'm talking about 90+% of abortions are just used as, counter means of not wanting the baby, basically. Fetuses are indeed babies. A lot of fetuses have heartbeats. They have a consciousness. Believe it or not, you can look all this stuff up. That's absolutely disgusting. Literally right before the baby's born that the mom has waited way too long. That's incredibly stupid. I agree with you 100%. And if you guys want to join our Discord and you want to have some good debates and discussion, it doesn't even have to be about abortion. We can talk about the Iran war. We can talk about a matter of subjects. You can join the Discord link. It is in my bio. But I cannot believe what's happening to some of these northern states. like Massachusetts, Michigan, I cannot believe it. Minnesota. It's truly just disgusting. It's truly been disgusting. Truly disgusting, all right? Libs are demonic. I never said birth control is abortion, but I do think a lot of forms of birth control are abortion. But that's a whole nother debate altogether. I'm not even going to go that conservative on you. But like Plan B and the abortion pill, I mean, that's pretty damn close to it. Can you love thy neighbor instead of consistently making your personality? I don't hate Muslims. I do love thy neighbor, but I want to point out evil when I see it. I'm not just going to be silent because we got some Muslim lovers. That is the problem. There is too much tolerance in this country and not enough people speaking their true opinions because they're afraid of people like you saying, oh, Islamophobia. That shit does not exist. You cannot have an irrational fear of someone or something if they commit 70% of the global terror attacks. It just does not exist. All right? It does not exist. And the more and more the Muslims try to take over our country, the more and more you're going to see people like me standing up and saying something about it and stopping this kind of behavior from going on, period. We're not just going to let these people take over our country. Being called an Islamophobe is almost like a Medal of Honor nowadays. It's almost like a Medal of Honor because people labeled like this will be the first people that the radical Islamists try to take out. They will try to take us out way before anyone else because we are a threat to their beliefs, because we're questioning their Quran, because we're questioning their Sharia law. Whatever you want to say. At one point or another, I believe that this talk of Islam was, over talked about. It wasn't needed. I don't think it was needed, 15 years ago in America. But then again, if we would have started at the root of problems, we wouldn't be where we are now. Where we got over 100 Muslims in political office, and that number is only going to grow. I mean, how many Muslim socialist leaders need to destroy their cities and, destroy, what they got going on in these great cities? How many examples of this kind of stuff do we need? How many Zohan Mandamis do we need to elect in office before you guys decide it's a problem? How many Abdul al-Hasseds do we need in office before you people realize it's a problem? Well, get those likes up, guys. Get those likes up. Yeah, I believe in freedom of religion, but at the same time, we don't need foreign money coming into America to build mosques. We can outlaw that so no Qatari or Muslim money can pour into America to build mosques. We should ban that. And then the second thing we should do is ban all people from Muslim countries immigrating into America, which Trump has already done back in his first term and now in his second term, which I think is a fantastic job. All right? And now for the existing Muslims that we have in America, we can give them free plates of banana and rice. Free plates of bananas and rice. But get those likes up, guys. Get those likes up. I don't know what to tell you guys. When these people are actively telling you they're willing to unalive a baby 1 hour before birth, and you're okay with it, you're just a sick, twisted, disgusting individual. There's nothing else to say to you. There's nothing else to say. But get those likes up, guys. I'm going to give them hell every single time. I'm not just going to let them, have their little whiny crybaby opinions. What's up, Charles Van Morgan? How you doing, brother? All I can say is that is unacceptable behavior. Not one time in my life that I ever expect to hear about stuff like that happening in the United States of America, where they're going to actively allow abortion up to 1 day, but not even 1 day, it can be 1 hour, it can be 10 minutes before birth, and you're going to unalive the baby. Not only is that a huge, problem, in terms of morality, but it's a huge problem in terms of the trauma that it's going to create for the woman's body. America was built on Christian values, not Muslim values. And if you didn't realize, the first 20 to 50 years of American history, we started off fighting against the Islamists, the Barbary Pirates. The Barbary Pirates. That was the first 50 years plus of our American history. I feel like a lot of Americans out there, especially white Americans, have forgot about the history of our country and have forgot about the history of their ancestors in this country. And I believe most of that is because we were told that we were wrong and that white people were bad and that we did all the enslaving and conquering and conquest is evil. We built the world we live in today. If you don't like conquering and conquest, if you don't like, what was it called? The divinity, not the divinity. It was like something about the divinity. I can't remember. The divine something. I can't remember. Maybe someone in the comment section can remind me. I got to memorize this one specific terminology because I cannot remember it. Yeah, our country was mostly built by white people. I mean, the ironic part is people say slavery built this country. But if you didn't notice, the South had a lot more economic issues. And we had the majority of the slavery, but we were the poor side, the quote-unquote poor side. Meanwhile, the North barely had any slavery, and they were doing economically fantastic because capitalism is way more effective for growing a country and growing an economy than something like slavery is. Slavery is horrible economically for a country. I mean, you can even look at the countries that have slavery today. I mean, they're all impoverished nations. I mean, if anyone's making money off slavery successfully, I guess China would be a good example. But other than that, it's not really a good economic thing. And plus, it's very, very immoral. But, who has the majority of slaves today? Muslims. They had that same slave trade going for as long as Islam has existed, which is almost 2,000 years. Listen, deport anyone who's here illegally. I don't care about ethnicity, race, or background. Anyone that comes here illegally should be deported. I don't feel bad for those people that got their temporary status revoked or their temporary status removed. That's all on them. They got issued a temporary status. If I've lived in 3 other countries outside of America. When I was issued a temporary residence permit, if I wanted to stay there longer, I would figure something out to do to get a permanent resident status. I mean, it's really that simple. That falls all on them. The government gave them a handout of a temporary residency, and they decided not to proceed with anything else or any other future plans. That's poor planning on those people's fault. I believe in religious freedom too. I'm not going to ban Islam altogether because I believe in our Constitution, but I do believe there's certain ways we can prevent it from spreading in our country without breaking our Constitution, like banning Islamist countries, anyone from Islamic countries coming into America, like banning mosques getting outside funding from outside of America, by allowing Christians to buy a lot of mosques that are financially bankrupt, or we can do economic, coalitions against some of these mosques to financially bankrupt them and take them over and turn them into Christian churches. There's a lot of stuff that we legally can do to prevent Islam from spreading in America. There's a lot we can do legally. I never said banning mosques. I said banning mosques from being built with money from Qatar, Saudi Arabia. We can legally do that. We can legally decide where your funding is going to come from. We can tell you no outside funding for XYZ project. Let's see what Time says. Time says, Islam is not a religion. It's a stolen idea of an Abrahamic religion with a wish for unaliving to everyone who isn't them. It's a false cult. I really, really do believe that. Does not violate the First Amendment. Does it violate the First Amendment when the state of Texas told China that no more Chinese nationals are going to be able to buy any property in Texas? Was that against the First Amendment? No. So we can ban Saudi Arabia and Qatar from sending money over to the United States to build mosques. That is perfectly constitutional. And anyone out there saying it's not constitutional, we can go out there and fight that in court when the time is ready. I mean, countries like France already have laws like this. If you want to build a mosque in France, the money has to come from inside of France. It's not supposed to come from Qatar and Saudi Arabia, but they've been caught slipping multiple times because Qatar has been able to fund money secretly into France and build these mega mosques. But get those likes up, guys. Let's get the 50 plus likes. All Islam is communist adjacent, so use the 1955 Communist Act to keep them out. I have noticed the people against Trump, the only thing they can do is name call. Name call, name call, name call. It's incredibly hilarious. Incredibly hilarious. Israel is a lapdog for America, not the other way around. I hate to tell you. Hate to tell you that. Democrats should go to a doctor. A lot of y'all have mental health issues, and it might stem from all of those abortions that you've been getting recently. I don't know. A lot of Democrat women have mental health issues from the 20 plus abortions they've received. I don't care about name calling. If y'all want to continue, you can, but I'm just pointing out your stupidity. That's the only thing you can do. You don't have the ability to challenge me in any other way other than just yapping your mouth about nonsense. We could defeat the entire Middle East in our sleep. But get those likes up. Here we go, crying about the Jews. A bunch of basement dwellers crying about the Jews. What's new here? Y'all might as well turn on some Nick Fuentes and go back to doing nothing. But get those likes up, guys. Another thing I never understood about the Democrat Party, if the leftists in the Democrat Party are supposed to be the supporters of homosexuality and LGBTQ, then why do they use gay slurs in a degrading manner if they're a supporter of the LGBTQ community? Why do they call people gay as that's supposed to be some kind of degrading insult? But at the same time, they say they support homosexuals. I really don't understand. I don't know who Adam Green is, but I'll check that dude out, I guess. You're never going to get a saving from the United States, okay? If we want you gone, we're going to make you gone, all right? I love laughing at other countries because the United States is so powerful. We crush entire economies just like this. Just with a quick pinch. Not even any real effort. Not even any effort. We caused Canada to go into a recession. With a few itty-bitty tariffs, we made them go into a recession. It was absolutely hilarious. Canada deserves to stay in a recession. They deserve economic catastrophe until they fix their mass illegal alien immigration problem. But get those likes up, brother. If you want to debate about Israel, join my Discord. But as far as I'm concerned, all you're complaining about the Jews in Israel are a bunch of 12-year-olds. Get those likes up, guys. Get those likes up. No boots on the ground needed. I would probably disagree. I believe at one point or another, we're going to probably have to put boots on the ground just to get rid of that uranium and just to take dominance and take control of some areas. But it should be an in and out kind of situation. We just check in everything and then we get out the next week. We get those likes up, guys. Get those likes up. Let's get the 50 plus likes, everybody. Let's see what y'all are talking about. But make sure you're subscribed. Let's see what you guys are talking about. There's really not a debate with you people. You have no idea what's going on in this country. You have no idea what's going on in this world. You're just clueless. You're not even paying attention. You're not paying attention to what Alex Soros is doing. You're not paying attention to what George Soros is doing. Alex Soros is having meetings with, high powerful European leaders. He's plotting the destruction of Europe. And it's all going by right in front of you. You're not even seeing none of this stuff even occur. Can the moderators do their jobs? Please? Jesus. Time to moderate some new people around here and change the moderating if people ain't doing their damn jobs. Hey, I appreciate that, Patriot. I appreciate that. Get those likes up. Here we go again. None of the mods are doing any of their jobs. Fantastic. Great job, mods. Literally doing jack shit. Oh, come on, JoJo the Crybaby. Come and debate. I can't handle the spamming of you idiots. Low IQ Democrats. Can't pay their bills, Democrats. They're spamming the shit out of the comment section. That's what's happening. Here, since they want to spam the comment section, I'm going to ask you guys to spam the comment section. Say MAGA or Trump in the comment section. Spam it down below. MAGA, Trump, whatever you want to talk about. Or whoever you support. Let me know if you support MAGA or if you support Democrats. I'm trying to see something. MAGA, 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 Trump. MAGA, Trump, Trump. Okay, what can I tell y'all? The Trump train is still strong. Still very, very strong. Still very, very strong. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Don't let these Democrats tell you that MAGA is a dying party. I think MAGA is getting stronger and stronger and stronger. That's what I'm thinking. No such thing as independent. No such thing as independent at all. Go tell Jimmy Snow his subscribers peaked because he's got 2,000 subscribers in the last 6 or 7 months. Meanwhile, we've outpaced them by 7,000 or 8,000 subscribers in the same time period. What's up, Uncle Andy? How you doing, brother? Oh, I'm watching the midterms. It's either going to be the Democrat Socialists or the Republicans. The Democrats have already lost the midterms. Texas ain't never going to turn blue. And the day that Texas turns blue, that just shows you how many illegal alien immigrants are voting. It'll just show you how many illegal alien immigrants are voting, honestly. People who do this are so stupid. This is incredibly disgusting. They're not even caring about the fetus with the heartbeat and the organs and the blood and all this crap and who's willing to unalive them. I have tried to debate Johnny before. He doesn't want to debate me. You know what? I'll post a video about the guy today and call him out. Maybe he wants to debate. There was 6,500 illegal alien immigrants now that have been caught registered to vote in New Jersey. So keep telling lies and saying they ain't voting. We have all the evidence we need. As the day goes on, we're finding more and more and more illegal alien immigrants voting. And realistically, all you need is about 500 votes to change an election. All you need is about 500 votes to change an election. And there were 6,500 illegal alien immigrants that got caught voting. 6,500 that were caught registered to vote. And realistically, all you need is about 500, 500 to change an election. George W. Bush versus Al Gore. There are illegal alien immigrants voting. Even one vote could sway an election. But you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, look at George W. Bush versus Al Gore. George W. Bush, won by 500 votes. By 500 votes. 500 votes. George W. Bush versus Al Gore. 500 votes. So there doesn't have to be massive voter fraud. There really doesn't have to be massive voter fraud, guys. All there has to be is a little bit of voter fraud from illegal alien immigrants, and that can change an election. Absolutely. Absolutely. Democrats cannot win without cheating. I'm all with you, brother. Thank you for those gifts. Keep them coming, guys. Drop some gifts, drop some super chat questions or comments. Let's see. Hong just got dismissed. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Uncle Andy. The system works. They were removed from the rolls. After 3 or 4 years later. 3 or 4 years later, they were removed from the roll. 3 or 4 years later, after over 400 plus of them got caught voting in New Jersey. Over 6,000 were registered, and they found over 400 of their votes. Over 400 of their votes. Yes, it's been proven. It has been proven. Hong is out to lunch, and Eileen left. I don't know what to say. I mean, she's gone, man. Wasn't she? Yeah, she was that one communist Chinese lady. I mean, they were doing that whole election fraud situation, and there was a whole nother election fraud situation literally yesterday with Hong. But I'm not going to talk about that because I don't know too much about that. All I know is they found a flash drive, and this was supposed to keep a list of all the votes. And it didn't have any of the correct information on it. And they said, oh, it's a system error, And 315,000 votes not correctly counted nor signed correctly by pollsters in the Georgia 2020 election. Pollsters in the Georgia 2020 election. Fraud is not small, it's hidden. I agree with that. But even if we want to grant you guys that it is small election fraud is enough to change an election, is it not? Oh, keep crying, Timothy. Wah, wah, wah. But get those likes up, guys. Get those likes up. Hopefully this evening we will find one of you guys out there to debate this whole Massachusetts abortion thing. But it's going to be hard because not many people out there, even pro-choice people, support abortion until literally 1 minute before the birth. Not many people out there. Not many people out there, guys. Not many people out there whatsoever. But get those likes up. If you guys do want to debate, comment debate down below. Do we have any people in the comment section that would like to debate? An independent or a centralist to me is just a fence sitter. That's why I love when people. That's why I love when people out there tell me, "Oh, I'm a centralist. I'm an independent." So you're a fence sitter. So you're a fence sitter then. You're basically just a fence sitter. I don't support that. I don't support that kind of crap. You got to make up your decision. You're gonna vote Democrat. You're gonna vote Republican. Did you vote for Trump in the last election or did you vote for Kamala? Independent is bullshit. You had this shirt? Yeah, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. I believe you, brother. I believe you. Where's the shirt from? Let's see if you know where the shirt's from. I'm curious. Not at all. I have no fence to sit on. Well, metaphorically speaking, you're sitting on a fence between Democrat and Republican. You might be able to get it from there, but it's not from JCPenney, no. It's not from JCPenney. All right, y'all. Does anyone have any final questions or comments, or does anyone want to debate me? I think we're going to end this stream in a couple minutes here. Oh, Bronx. Didn't you get aggressive first, little Bronxy crybaby? Little Bronxy crybaby, didn't you start with the aggression first? Just asking. I'm just asking. That's pretty much it. What's up, Gojo? Good afternoon, good morning, or good night, depending on where you're coming from. But I'm about to end the stream in a minute or two. independent category is false anyways. You will tend to bite more left or right. Making your left or right, it's a fake political stance. Yeah, you're either more left or right normally. Hey, I appreciate that, Patriot. I hope you, patriotic ass person. I hope you like, subscribe, and share this live stream. I'm gonna head out of here now, guys. It was nice talking to everybody. I'll be back this evening around 4 or 5.